Hey everyone, this is Marisa with Sweet Pea Curiosities. I hope you're all doing great. So I've just been crafting and I thought, oh, maybe I'll pop in and show you kind of what I'm doing. I don't have any kind of dangles for any of my junk journals. So I thought to add to my stash, I'd make some dangles. And what I did, let's see if I can take this one off here real quick. I have tons of beads and old jewelry and that sort of thing, and I'm really trying to use up a lot of my stuff that I have so much, and I need to start using it. So now I'm on to kind of using my beads, my old jewelry, and that sort of thing. So here's this one here. I've done kind of a blue one. And again, I'm using my small images in this to use up some of those as well. I don't have all the the stuff for jewelry making, like the crimping thing that goes on there. So I'm just using what I have as far as creating these, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. Put those to the side. Oh, here, let me show you the back of one of these here. So I don't even know what they're called. They're like little hooks, that you can hook to material and that sort of thing on the binding. I don't have any of those. I think that these are Tim Holtz. They're little pins here. But I liked these because it has kind of a flat side. And so I was able to glue them down to be able to use jewelry and kind of hide those. Okay, so I'm using that. I've got, bits and bobs here, little pieces of jewelry, beads, that sort of thing. Some more pinks and that. I've got my small images here that I have. They're not perfectly square or anything like that. What I did is that I have kind of a light cardstock, and I would take, let's see if I have a little image here, one of my images, and I just kind of glue it down, and then I cut around it just to kind of do a little frame. And that's what I used, and it's a lighter cardstock. I actually use this a lot. I don't know where I got that, but I just had that. I have some tiny brads here. Again, my little images. I also, when I was going through all my stash, I found these that are kind of pre-made. They're from, their jewelry making section. And I got these at Joann's when it was open, and they had kind of their clearance going on. So I thought maybe we'll try those, because if you don't have, a lot of stuff like this, you could buy something like this. And, they have these at Walmart. I think the Hobby Lobby, they've kind of gone down on a lot of their stuff, but I think that they still have these kind of things that you can buy. Kind of when I look for them, I try to find ones that do kind of have the little hook. So if I just wanted to take this and just hook it onto my journal, I could do that. I could use one of these pins, on top to hook as is. So I thought, well, we could use this as is and do one of these. So there's that. What else do I have? Of course, I have my needle to do the beading. The hard part, I think, was, you know, making sure all the beads would go through them. I do have some tinier needles that I could have used. Oops, I can't even find the hole here for it. So, but just to make sure it goes through there. So I have that. Okay, let's get this out of the way here. What do I have? So anyways, the first thing I do, yes, is do my pictures. Excuse me. And do that. I've kind of grunged up around the side as far as that goes, is my base. I do the brad here. I do have a smaller hole punch, but of course this tool also has, you know, for the little hole punch on here, so we can do that. What I found, just to mention, is that when I did these little tiny ones, when I went to do them, I kind of got into the picture. Next time that I cut, I tried to leave a little bit more room at the top so I don't go through the picture. But I'll still use those. They're still cute. These brads, I don't know what I was doing wrong, but they're kind of a little bit raised, but they work. So, all right, let's see. Where's the small one? It's here. I'm sure I'm in the center. Over. Okay, so that one's good. A little off center, but that's okay. I don't want a gold one. That's a little gold color. I want more of the brown. Bronzy. And if you ever watch any of my projects, I'm not, I don't worry about symmetry and all that. I just kind of go for things, so I don't measure. Yeah, I don't know why these are not, these little tiny ones. I don't know if it's this here, but they're not going all the way down. Whoops. Well, shoot. Okay, there it goes. But yeah, it's not going all the way down, so I don't know if it's these little brads. I don't know if it's, you know, this might be too big for it, and so that's why it's doing that. I don't know, because these are so tiny. But anyway, so there's this one. Yeah, I really got that off-centered. All right. So, like I said, I don't have all the jewelry making stuff to do little crimps and that sort of thing. So what I've been doing is that I've just been putting my string through, and this will kind of be covered up because I'll decorate it, you know. I've decorated that sort of thing, so that's another reason why I don't worry about things too much. You can always cover up your mistakes. Oh my goodness. I am not steady today. Okay, so I just tie it there. Now I have this ready to go. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is length. We only want to do from about here to here, and that. So how I measured it was that I tend to do this size of junk journals, which are the Reader Digest size. So they tend to be 8 by 5.5 or so. So this one here is just about 4.5 down there, but then, oh, here I'm doing it too long. So that's about 7 all the way down. Top to bottom is 8, but if you look, it goes on there, so about 8 inches. It goes, whoops, I'm gonna be able to do this on here to show you. Well, you get the idea. It goes all the way down. You kind of saw it at the beginning. Wow, I'm fumbly today. Okay. Maybe I had too much coffee. All right, so let's get our little pin. So this one here, let's see. What do I want to start with here? Maybe we'll start with some pinks. I'm just going to start kind of beading here. I don't know if this is what I want now. I have a lot of pinks. I guess this is going to be more whites. Well, let's do this other one here. We'll leave that in there. Let's maybe try this. Let's do some little pearls. In here, pearls, silver, gold, that's too dark. So I hope you guys are all doing great today. It's a nice day out. Love the summer sunshine. Oops. I'm going through. Going in the wrong hole. What have I been up to? Haven't been doing a whole lot. My son's getting married in September. I'm super excited for. It's going to be a destination wedding in Cabo. Okay, I don't like that one. So if you don't like one, you can just go right back out. But yeah, he's getting married in Cabo. We have her bridal shower this weekend, and yeah, it's super exciting. So I have to tell you, she planned it as like a wedding planner. It's like an all-exclusive hotel. And, you know, everybody's calling in to book. And this is, you know, she's had it planned for, you know, for a while now. And some people started calling her saying, hey, they say that they're booked up. And then somebody else said, they said that they're going to be under construction. So you guys, we were going to get down there. They hadn't told us. This is in September. I mean, I booked mine back in, I don't know, January. They didn't tell us that they were going to be, that they're going to be closed. So my poor daughter-in-law, future daughter-in-law, was in a panic. So they have a sister hotel that's, I guess, close to it. So they've got us all now all switched. But if we wouldn't have called, could you imagine? I think there's, you know, almost 40 people going. Can you imagine all of us showing up and the hotel's closed? So luckily we got it figured out. So yeah, a little crazy. All right, so there's that. I want another one here. Yeah, so that's good there, I think. All right. So now what I do, now that I've kind of got it all beaded up here, and you know, I just throw on those beads. But this here, I'm going to knot it into the end here. So yeah, I'm glad that we got it figured out, but oh my gosh, what a panic. I've never been to Cabo, so I heard it's nice. People seem to like it. Yeah, I've been to, oh my goodness, I've been to Puerto Vallarta and Sausalita, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Sausalita. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Okay, I shouldn't have took out the needle there. So hopefully the weather's good. I heard it's hurricane season too. Hopefully, you know, we don't get blown away. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I didn't do very good on that, but I'm not worried about it. Yeah, so looking forward to it. Okay. There we go. All right, the reason I'm not worried about it is because I'm going to kind of push these up, these beads all the way up. And then I'm going to decorate in here, and these will kind of go up as far as that goes. So let me grab some of my stuff here. Oh, I have some of this here. stash. So these are little clusters that I've made. So I'm just gonna put that there. And then let's see, what else do I got going on here? All this stuff, and then you can never find what you need. Alright, well that's not. That's not gonna work, but okay, I like that. So let's glue that on there. That there. Now, once it's kind of drying, I'm going to hold that down a little bit. While that's drying, I don't have any green in here, but I still kind of like it. Gives it a little color. So this is just a probably like an old earring or that sort of thing that I've taken off. Do I like that on there with the green? And you know, you don't have to put anything on here. I mean, I could do another little cluster on there as well. That kind of shows that, which is still okay. That's black. There's a little bigger one I could do. Well, that's kind of cute too. I kind of like that one. What do you think? I mean, I could even do my little stamp if I wanted to on there. Would give it a little bit different look to it, wouldn't it? I kind of like that because it's unique. It's too big. It's new. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's go for it. Yeah, it's nice to have all the ephemera that I've been doing lately. It's going to be nice. And now I need to start a junk journal. I haven't started one. I've got one in mind, what I want to do, but I just started doing a bunch of ephemera, so. Whoops. Yeah, that's still pretty good. Sometimes what I do is while it's drying, I'm just gonna do that and let that dry. Okay. And I'm gonna cut this. Like that. Okay, so while that's drying, so there's that one. Now, I could decorate it more as far as, you know, if I wanted to do a little bit more blingy on here. See, if I would have saw that, if I would have saw that, I would have done that at the top because that would have tied the two of those together. But I can do that on the next one. See, because it's got the greens in it and it would have tied it together. So, but let's see, I've got these ones here. Yeah, you know, I could bling it up some. You could put more if you've got some old jewelry, little pieces here, on there. Kind of pretty. I don't know if I have any other. I don't think the diamonds really go with this because it's got more of the golds and that sort of thing. But anyways, yeah. So you could decorate that a little bit more. Okay, so let's put that one aside where that one dries. All right. So let's just do this one. I'm just going to grab one that I already have done here. Do you have this oblong one? I thought, you know, when it's on the base was kind of neat. If you saw that or not. See, by the time I do this one, I think this one is too long. So what I do on here is I would probably cut a few of these off so as not to be so long. I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna cut. Oh, yeah. See, I need some better tools. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. That's a little bit better. Oh, brads. I like this better. I can see a little bit better. Ugh. Okay. Didn't go very good. Okay, there we go. All right, there's that. Now, I just have my black thread available to me right now, so, and actually, you know, I don't have to necessarily use thread, I guess, on this, because this is a little bit bigger. Maybe we could do something a little different here. Maybe a little silk, maybe? Or just cut off a piece. This might be good. Just putting a little glue on the end so I can put it through the hole here. A little bit easier. See if that helps. Yep. What am I doing, Marisa? What are you doing? There we go. So yeah, just using what I have to make it work. I could put a little something right there. Now, so I could just use that, but I kind of like maybe this one at the top. So this, I'll definitely need to use some thread. I'm sure there's better ways of doing all of this, but it's okay. Okay, so there's that one. I kind of like this one on there. I'm going to put more. Okay. Go. Let that one dry. Okay, so you get the idea there. So that one's all dried now. Okay, so there you go, you guys. That's just a quick, simple, I don't know if it's simple, but just a different, maybe a different way of doing things. Yeah, I don't know. Just thought I'd bring you in here into my little bit of craziness, my rough crafting skills. A lot of times I just start going for things. I don't even have a plan. That's my problem. I usually don't have a plan. So, but anyways, I hope it gave you a little bit of ideas of maybe what you could do. And, you know, this made it definitely a lot easier. You know, if you don't have all of this stuff, you could definitely, they always have sales on these. I mean, I think I paid maybe $4 at the most for that. So anyways, yeah, I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration, and thank you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.